Could you go ahead and tell me what you're talking about today?
Yeah, so today I'm talking about some research I did in an anti-human trafficking organization, and I looked at understanding the ways in which the employees manage their emotions and doing painful work. And basically, they face a lot of problems with human trafficking and trying to help the victims of human trafficking. They face a lot of setbacks, and the victims often relapse and go back to their traffickers, and they have a hard time. So I was really curious about how those employees manage doing that work. How do they continue their work in spite of the fact that their workplace is really riddled with failure?
And why did you choose to research this? Why do you think this is important?
Yeah, I think human trafficking is a really important issue, and people don't really understand it, and people think it doesn't happen in the United States, but the reality is that U.S. Department of State estimates between 14,000 and 17,000 people are trafficked into the U.S. every year, and industry estimates are much higher. Human trafficking is a really big problem in the United States, and people don't realize it. So that was definitely the impetus. But additionally, I was curious about how we can help people who are in nonprofits understand their roles and keep hope for the future. And what I found is a really great group of inspirational people who are managing their workplace, and it's just really rewarding research.
And do you think that there's enough being done about trafficking? I mean, is this a problem? You think that's on the rise?
It is a problem, and it is on the rise, and the U.S. government only since about 2000 has really become active in combating it, so we're still kind of at the cusp of starting to change the trends about it. And although oftentimes I would have a hard time researching the issue because I had to hear so much about human trafficking and deal with actual victims, it's very difficult. But the people in the workplace really showed me that it's hopeful and that you can approach this with optimism and commitment to the cause, and that taking even one little step, having one conversation to explain what human trafficking is, trying to gain awareness for one or two people can really help change the awareness level a lot.
You said it was difficult. Is it hard emotionally to see the things they go through?
Yeah, it is. It is really hard because they actually recover victims of human trafficking in the organization that I was with, and so they have to go through this extensive interview process and explain to you how they were deceived or coerced and then brought into this country and forced into a job. Most of the people that we dealt with were forced into sex work, and so that's really hard to hear about, is people were forced into prostitution, drugs, taught to fear the police. And so I was just really like, how are people doing this and then going home and watching everybody love Raymond, with their family and making dinner. And I just think we have some really brave and awesome people working at nonprofits with very little money, and that we should really look into what they're doing more and kind of understanding it.